Welcome back to MQ+, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is tomorrow. In 24 hours from now, when I'm recording this video, the embargo will lift, reviews will be all over the internet, and the game will start officially releasing across the world, starting obviously in time zones like New Zealand, and then it's going to be snowballing from there. The Nintendo Treehouse launch event is going to be held, and this channel will come to an end. Tomorrow I'm going to be beating the game one more time, get that final memory, and close this chapter of the book called Breath of the Wild. But today I wanted to give me and even all of you the chance to maybe talk about one final checklist. Maybe you have some free time today, maybe tomorrow as you're waiting for the reviews, or maybe to drop, or maybe your game to actually unlock, depending on what time zone you are in. And maybe you want to boot up good old Breath of the Wild one more time, at least for now. Now, one thing that I've seen basically all across the internet was people kind of telling or like advising others not to play Breath of the Wild before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. And I see the point. Basically, the point that these people were making is, you know, since Tears of the Kingdom plays in the same game world, maybe it would be a good idea to like not revisit this world so it feels more fresh. And I think this makes sense for people that have only played Breath of the Wild once and are waiting to now dive into Tears of the Kingdom, because they've maybe forgotten most details of the world. But for people like me, who've played this game for 6,000 hours, and probably a lot of you who have maybe been waiting for me for over 200 days for the sequel to release, I'm sure a lot of us know this world inside out. Me and a bunch of my friends and other community members have played a lot of Hyrule Guesser. We can essentially look at the game for a fraction of a second, and we know exactly where in Hyrule we are. And that's why I'm going to suggest you the basically exact opposite approach if you are in the same boat as I am, which is to actually intentionally revisit your favorite places in this world. This is where I'm going to be headed in this episode. I'm going to go to the Spring of Courage in Farron, which obviously because of recency bias has become much more interesting to me, thanks to the entire Zonai connections and stuff. And to me personally, I will be exactly paying attention to what has changed, and that's going to be so exciting to me. I will be like, oh, this chest is new, this building is new, I should be exploring here. There's a weird mysterious tree here that wasn't there before, maybe a cherry blossom tree. Like, I will actually be paying attention to these things specifically. Even playing the game right now, I can already picture, I haven't seen Zora's Domain in Tears of the Kingdom, but I've seen the shots above, and I know there seems to be some gloom, or like some... Actually, I personally am inclined to say that the new Malice is simply called Gloom at this point. That's always been my theory. But there seems to be some sludge dropping down here. The water seems to be infiltrated. What happened to the domain? I don't know. Is this fish thing still gonna be there? Has this actually risen up to the sky? Looking into Kakariko, I know there's like... That's actually not where Kakariko is. Looking into Kakariko, I will be able to see there these like big sky island type things that have fallen down. I will be able to see the maze up in the sky here, and like basically go to your favorite spots and maybe visit them one more time in this world to be able to really tell. This is at least my advice for people that actually do play the game a lot, because I do get the advice from people that are basically saying, yeah, if you've only played Breath of the Wild once, don't boot it up again, that way the world will feel more fresh. But I'm gonna be continuing on my way to the Farron Woods, because that's where I want to end the episode, as we're going to be starting tomorrow by getting the Zonai ruins. That's one place that I'm going to be visiting again, and I have been kind of like looking around on the world and trying to build connections to Tears of the Kingdom with things like the boar statues and all of the Zonai ruins. Another interesting thing that I would actually recommend you to do is to, if you know how to do them, you know, bust out one of the good old speedrunning tricks. Fly around in the world, use those wind bombs. Okay, maybe not like I just did. Maybe you should actually like hit them. Do them one more time, because they might be a gun, you know? Well, they are basically guaranteed to be gun, unless they somehow have actually re-added the remote bomb rune somewhere. But, you know, embrace maybe what you've learned in this game. Do some of the fun movement tech and glitches if you're able to do them. Apparently I'm not, but maybe you are. Whoa, that Lizalfos tongue was like really glowing. and embrace it one more time before you are gonna have to learn a new set of skills when it comes to moving around in the world. Yeah, maybe do your favorite glitch, your wind bombs, your BTB, your BLSS, whatever it may be that you like and that you're able to do. Do that one more time before you get to play in a world with a new set of rules. Another thing that I would recommend you to do, which is something that even I, after 6,000 hours, haven't done enough and maybe will actually be doing for a little bit today after the recording, is immerse yourself in the world. But I mean, like, seriously immerse yourself. Because at this point, we know where everything is in the game. We've played this a bunch of times, but sometimes it can be incredibly nice to just slowly walk around, kind of how you did it in your first playthrough. Go and talk to some NPCs. I recently went to Lurline, which is another one of those spots I'm really excited to visit in Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm going to be visiting here again. And I talked to an NPC, and that NPC was like, "Yo, there is actually this really interesting thing at the Palmorai ruins," and he's leading you to the Fragment Monument quest. He literally walks you all the way there. I didn't know that existed in the game. There's these like these wandering merchants that can be pretty hard to run against. Some people to this point still don't know that if you go over here in the wetlands region, there can be a trader, a Yiga trader. Okay, that was really scary timing. What the hell? That's actually so weird. There can be a Yiga trader. I'm feeling kind of like watched right now. That can sell you 99 bananas at once. Oh god, so ignore those wind bombs. I'm glad they're gone because apparently I forgot how to do them. So I don't have to worry about them anymore. That can sell you 99 bananas. Talk to the NPCs, immerse yourself in the world, walk through it slowly. And again, these NPCs, even if some of them will be back in Tears of the Kingdom, they won't be saying the same things. Maybe you'll be able to catch some dialogue and learn something about this world that you have never learned, even on the game's final day, essentially. So that would be my one recommendation. I especially recommend places like villages that you may have done not as much in, like Lurline. Maybe talk to the Lurline people, and maybe you'll find out something new about this world that you didn't know before. And again, just take it slow, because I feel like even the people that don't speedrun at this point, when they start a new playthrough, they're like, okay, so I'm gonna get this weapon first and the barbarian armor first, because that's like really strong, and this is my plan for this. But I feel like it can be nice sometimes to just like sit on a horse, maybe spawn the good old DLC motorbike, which I might be doing here for a second, and just take in the scenery in a slow pace for one last time. But yeah, the NPC thing in general, I think is, again, something that I haven't done after playing the game for 6,000 hours. I feel like I still haven't talked to every single NPC, and I don't think at this point, especially today, I would have time to be able to do so. Also, I do have to return to this section tomorrow to actually watch the final memory, which I want to do before we go and beat Ganon for the final time. But yeah, I just wanted to use the motorbike as well. Just taking it slow. Like, who's this dude? Do I know this guy? You know, like, I'm honestly wondering. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make a prediction. This is oh no, I don't know this dude. I thought this is the dude with the glasses. So who's he? See, he's Hino. Did you guys know Hino's in the game? What is he saying? I didn't notice you. I was a bit lost in thought here. I've been doing... See, this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. I didn't plan this, but this is what I mean. What can be interesting about talking to NPCs. Reading these dialogues now with a different context is so interesting. I've been doing rigorous research. I've been doing rigorous research day and night to figure out the mystery of the Blood Moon. Blood Moon? You don't know it? It's inexcusable. Listen up, and I'll tell you about it. For 100 years now, every so often, when the clock strikes midnight, the sky turns red and a full moon rises. At that moment, monsters that had been previously defeated will come back to life. And that's what is known as the Blood Moon. Why do monsters return to life? Why does it only happen when the sky turns red? No one really has the answers to those questions. It's a mysterious phenomenon. If you learn anything about the Blood Moon as you travel, be sure to come back and tell me. Wait, what if I... Oh, can he tell you if there's gonna be a Blood Moon tonight? I didn't know this. This is what I mean. Tonight is a 7-day moon, like the bow aiming for the land below. It really is quite beautiful. Okay. 7-day moon. There's like an... Okay, I'm sure some of you actually knew this, that this person exists, but like I didn't, because my casual playthrough was not super thorough, and in 100% speedruns you obviously don't do this. But even if you did know this guy exists, I think it can be interesting to revisit him with a new context, which at this point is obviously the mystery of the Blood Moon, which still seems to be a thing in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, I wonder if... this text potentially is actually a little bit weird, because he's specifically referencing how the Blood Moon only happens since the last 100 years, but maybe it only happens when Ganondorf is at his full power or something like that. Oh, we have to put the picture down. I actually need to do this today. Otherwise, I have too much to do tomorrow. So let me actually teleport here, put the picture down, and then we will go... maybe then we'll go to the Farron Woods from that location. This would be a good ending for today's episode. And then tomorrow we go to Farron Woods, watch the final memory. But see, I got some proof here. It can be interesting to just take it slow, talk with some NPCs, and take this world in from a new perspective. That's my advice for what you maybe want to do today if you have some free time and want to play some more Breath of the Wild. But let me hop over and put down this picture. It's a very cute, wholesome moment before we start the final episode tomorrow. Wait, can I actually do this without owning a bed? Wait, I bought the house, right? I definitely bought the house. I don't know if the cutscene is just not loaded in, or do you have to finish the Hylian homeowner quest? There's so many things that I still don't know about this game. How is this possible? Okay. Does getting the Hylian... Is that enough? Getting the quest? Learning new things. I might actually have to finish the Hylian homeowner quest, which means I might have to upgrade my house fully, which is not something I'm gonna let you guys sit through. So, change of plans again. I will make sure that my house is fully upgraded, and then tomorrow we do a full roundup to this playthrough. Placing down the picture of the champions, making our way to the final location, getting the game to 100%, watching the final memory, which I hopefully that wasn't messed up in... when the save file was messed up, right? I still haven't watched that, I think. Yeah. Watching the final memory... and then making our way to Ganon and beating him one more time. Thank you for watching. Maybe play some Breath of the Wild today. Do some of the ideas that I brought up. Maybe you have your own ideas of what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's the end to your personal journey. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow in the final episode. Peace.